Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today, I'll be teaching you how to get all of the endgame swords in Legend of the Bone Sword RPG, which is, of course, a Roblox game if you couldn't tell. Now, I usually don't make content like this on my channel, but I've been enjoying this game a lot and I kind of wanted to show off some of the knowledge I know and maybe it can help other people. Anyways, what I consider endgame, for those of you who are wondering, is after you defeat the Bone Lord, which is up here in this area, but we'll get to that later. So after you beat the 50,000 plus area, that's what I consider end game. So all the swords will mostly be coming after that. And if you were wondering, every sword in this video will be listed in order of the order I expect you to get them in. So if I say you should get Bone Sword before you get True Bone Sword, I expect that you already have the Bone Sword. So you'll need some certain swords to get other swords. And with that out of the way, let's get started. First off, we have the Bone Sword, which initially kicks off the endgame. The sword is one of the easiest to get on the entire list because you'll be a lower level here than anywhere else. This sword can be accessed by going to the 40,000 plus area in the lobby. Once you are in the room, it teleports you. The furthest one to the right, aka the 50,000 plus portal, will take you to the final area where the Bone Lord lies. Once you kill him, you should get the Bone Sword though. I have killed him once or twice and not gotten the sword, but I think it's almost guaranteed, so you should have no trouble with it. Next, we have the Moonmans, Ichor, and GoldsWish, which are all practically the same weapon with different looks. The Moonmans is accessed by going to the very back left corner of spawn next to the 12,500 plus portal, where you will find a mini spaceship. Once you touch it, you are teleported to the moon and greeted by Moonmans. His drop is not guaranteed, but after long enough, you'll get it, probably. The other two are accessed by going to the portals above the 5+ entryway. Both of those bosses work the same exact way as Moonmans, so resort back to what I said before for any knowledge on them. Next, we have the Eruption, Fullman's Wrath, Permafrost, and Misfortune. More Titans are being added as this video is being published, so these aren't the only swords that will be obtained in this area. The Titans can be accessed by the 60,000 plus portal exactly above where you spawned in the lobby. Each sword can be achieved from its respective boss. The Eruption from Titan Volcanus, the Fullman's Wrath from Titan Fullman, the Permafrost from Titan Glacies, the Misfortune from Titan Venomous. None of these drops are guaranteed and will take a couple kills to get, but they aren't difficult and don't require too much time. For the next sword, we have the Blind Light, which is dropped from Blessed Light in the event area, which you can get to by going to the 8,000 plus portal at spawn. Once you get through the first wave of enemies and enter the teleporter on the ground, you'll be teleported to the Blessed Light area, and once you kill the Blessed Light, you'll be rewarded with this sword. The Corrupted Bone Sword is obtained in the event area as well, past the Blind Light area. The Corrupted Bone Lord is insanely difficult to kill at this stage of the game, but rewards you with the Corrupted Bone Sword, which gives you a much better weapon later on, so it's definitely worth killing. Next up is Fortune. This will be the most tedious weapon to get on this list, but oh boy is it worthwhile. You can get to the Fortune layer by going to the creeper head under the waterfall at spawn. Once you are there, you will need 6 swords. These are the swords in the order that I placed them in the video. Corrupted Bone Sword, Heaven's Gift, Inferno Greatsword, Mithril Sword, Poison Dagger of Brain, and the Nightfall. Once you place all of these swords on their respective buttons, the boss Phoenix Guardian of Destiny spawns, and you will get the drop Fortune Sword once you kill him. This next blade requires a lot of grinding since you need 1 trillion gold to access it, but it is required for an even better sword later on. I'm of course talking about the Cription. Cription can be accessed by going up an invisible walkway on the wall next to the 40,000 plus teleporter. Once you reach the upper right corner of spawn, you are teleported to a black room. In order to open this door, you will need 1 trillion gold and the fortune sword. Once you open the door by hitting it with fortune, the door will open and you will keep your 1 trillion gold. You are then greeted by Voltrix the Dark Lord, and once you defeat him, you will drop the Cription blade. This next blade is one of, if not the hardest on the list. Of course, speaking of the true bone sword gotten from killing the immortal Bone Lord with a small chance of dropping. Getting to the immortal Bone Lord is quite the hassle. First, you must walk through the 40,000 plus door in the lobby while holding the fortune sword. Once you have, you will be teleported to the immortal Bone Lord's lair. Once you are there, the paths from left to right require these blades: the fortune sword, the Cription, the bone sword, and the corrupted bone sword. Once all of these swords have been placed, you will need to pull the right and left levers. And once you have, you must pull the middle lever. Once you've done that, you will need to grind on the immortal Bone Lord until you get the true bone sword, which will take quite a while. The final sword on this list is the Interstellar Bone Sword, which is everyone's favorite. This sword used to be accessible, but until a specific update making the Cataclysmic Bone Sword accessible comes out, it won't be able to be obtained. What I'm about to show you is old footage from someone else's YouTube channel showing how you used to get the Interstellar Bone Sword and how I got it.
Can't turn